Hello everyone, Mad Martial Arts here. Hope you're doing okay. This is going to be the second video in the series that I'm going to dub Amateur Analysis. Basically, I take an amateur fight from a sport or art that I have some form of experience with and critique it. Fighter A did this well but needs to improve in this manner. Fighter B did well but he needs to improve in that manner. That being said, I have a special treat for you guys by way of a Canadian boxing match. Many of you may be aware that the current Canadian president is Justin Trudeau. Back in 2012, he took a charity boxing match with another Canadian politician by the name of Patrick Brazeau. We're going to be taking a look at that today. And just to avoid confusion, Justin Trudeau is the taller of the two fighters. He is in the red corner. Patrick Brazeau is the shorter of the two fighters. He is in the blue corner. So without further ado, why don't we take a look and see what these two Canadian pugilists have to offer us. Okay, so right out the gate, Justin Trudeau is very flat-footed and very heavy. His punches are slow. He almost looks like he's stomping around the ring. Now, Patrick Brazeau is on the balls of his feet, which is good, but they both are dropping their hands below their chins. That's not good. You need to at least keep your hands at chin level, if not higher. And this is especially happening with Brazeau, but Patrick Brazeau is dropping his hands and reaching back to throw his punches. Another thing that Brazeau is doing is really going balls to the wall in the opening round. You want to pace yourself. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. He will get tired as time goes on, and it almost looks like it's happening now. He's already breathing through his mouth. That is a sure sign of fatigue. Justin Trudeau is getting rocked right now, and it is because he's not using his jab effectively. He is much taller, and he needs to start pumping that left side. Patrick Brazeau is moving in on him, and if he would utilize his jab more effectively, he could stop that from happening. Trade jabs there. Brazeau is definitely tired. You can see it now. He's moving back for the first time in the fight, and it's not even past the first round. Couple of pushed punches there from Trudeau. This is exactly why you don't want to go balls to the wall, though. Brazeau's output has significantly slowed down, and if you look at his punches, they're getting sloppier and much slower. And with a couple of punches from Trudeau, the first round is over. Now, Brazeau definitely took that round. He was the aggressor, he scored more points, and frankly, he fucked Trudeau up that round. What he needs to do is essentially the same thing, but pace himself just a little bit more. He's still got 2 rounds to go. He cannot tire himself out like he did in that first round, because by the time he gets to the 3rd round, all of his fight will be gone. Now, Trudeau really needs to try and relax and utilize that jab. He needs to start snapping his punches out and throwing 2, maybe even 3 jabs all in a row. If he can do that, he can outpoint Brazeau, and he can keep him from ever getting in to throw those right hands or left hooks again. And that being said, it looks like the 2nd round is about to begin, so why don't we take a look. Starts off with a couple of stiff jabs from Trudeau, and pretty good stiff jabs, I'll say. He actually snapped them out that time, which is much better. Brazeau is actually moving back now. He seems more timid right now. He's reaching with his punches, and he's trying to utilize his jab, which is not exactly the best thing to do against a fighter who is that much taller than him. He needs to keep getting into his range and not fight in Trudeau's range. Trudeau's walking him down right now with his left jab, which is actually very good for Trudeau to do. And that was a good counter right hand. You saw Brazo on the ropes a second ago and he angled out, which is good. He needs to keep doing that. And he's on the ropes again, but right now he's taking punishment. He cannot sit there and take punishment. He cannot try and rope-a-dope Trudeau. It will not work out. The ref will give him a standing 8 count. Trading jabs. Stiff jab from Brazo, but returned by Trudeau. Brazo is backing up now. He is completely and totally defensive when in the first round he was offensive. He needs to move back into the range that he had success with, but the reason why he's not is because he's very tired. And he let Trudeau move him into a corner, which cannot happen. He's getting a standing 8 count right now. He should have circled out. He should have utilized angles like he did earlier in the round. Instead, he just kind of crunched up and started taking punishment. You can tell that this man is very tired right now, and that's all thanks to the first round. Brazo reached with a couple of punches a moment ago. That's a sure sign that he does not want to get into range. So that's the end of the second round, and I would say that it definitely went towards Trudeau this time. I'd say it's 1 round and 1 round so far, so this third round is going to be extremely important for the both of them. Brazo needs to have another round like that first round. He unfortunately is going to have to go balls to the wall right now because Trudeau has it a little bit easier than him with that reach advantage. All Trudeau would have to do is stay on the outside and coast using his left side, and he could outpoint Brazo in this fight. Trudeau, I just said it, he needs to keep that jab pumping. He had a good round last round, and if he can reciprocate that last round, if he can do it again, then he will take this. It looks like the third round is about to begin, so let's take a look. Starts off with a stiff jab from Trudeau, and a nice right hand from Brazo, but he also eats some as well. Brazo is trying to move back in, which is good. He needs to get under or around that jab. He cannot move away from Trudeau right now, because he's just making it much easier for Trudeau to fight. And here he is again trying to reach with his punches and also moving back. That's not gonna work. He's not gonna score any power. And right now he's just taking blows, and the ref calls a standing 8 count. That was a good call in my opinion. Brazo was not fighting back, and he should have moved. He should have circled out. He definitely had the room to. Pushing him back again. Trudeau's pushing him back, throwing. Brazo starts to try to fight back, but they call another standing 8 count. Brazo is extremely tired right now. It looks like they're waving the fight off. Honestly, I probably would have given Brazo one more shot, but it's possible they were just trying to look out for his brain. Contrary to popular belief, you do kind of need a brain to be a politician. And at the end of the day, Brazo left it up to the referee. If you're going to leave the fight up to the referee and or the judges, it's not always going to go into your favor. You're going to have a moment where you're like, hey, I don't agree with that call. But it doesn't matter because you can't change anything. Brazo left it up to the referee and he stopped it. I'm sure that that is not what Brazo wanted at all, but here we are. Trudeau, I have to say I was very impressed with. After that first round, it would have been very easy to count him out. But he kept that jab pumping. He kind of found his niche and he started using it to his advantage, which is good. Critiques for Trudeau are flat-footedness, definitely. You cannot be as slow as you are when you are flat-footed in the ring. You will get messed up like in that first round. He was taking shots because he was very slow. Another thing that he actually worked on and fixed in the second and third rounds was how you throw your punches. You cannot push your punches. You need to use your whole body, not just your arms. Critiques for Brazo. Keep moving forward if you are fighting someone who is much taller than you. That's the only thing that's going to work. You cannot try to fight outside with this person. Another thing is you cannot gas yourself out. It's one thing trying to get a knockout. It's another thing trying to headhunt into the first round. If he went balls to the wall in the third round after only giving, say, half of what he had in the first round, he could have taken this home. He could have outpointed Trudeau. But instead, he went 110 in the first round, and by the third round, he just did not have anything left in the tank. Congratulations to both of them. It was definitely a very entertaining fight, if not a technical fight. But, hey, they aren't boxers. They're politicians. Congratulations to Justin Trudeau. I'm sure that back in 2012 you felt, like you were the king of the world at that point. I've won a fight or two. I definitely know that feeling. I also know how it feels to lose a fight, and it's not fun. But you know what is fun? Knowing that you got in there and you got to trade some punches. That's what it's all about. So if you like this video, I would really, really appreciate a like, a sub, a comment, maybe even a share. If you would like to support me, I started a Patreon fairly recently. I'll leave that in the end screen and maybe even the description. The next video will be out soon, and thank you.